wonder who'll jump on first. Hi, Adele. I'm always curious on who's going to jump on first. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Yvonne. So I have some pretty colors chosen for tonight. I'm super excited about it. And I decided that I wanted to make a birthday card. So Cake is Life is the stamp set that I chose. So this little guy is so much fun to color. But tonight I want to play around with mixing some of the bright colors I have selected over here. And we're going to make a birthday card out of it. So I prepped for tonight. So again, Cake is Life. And then I prepped for tonight by using the matching dies. Hi, Meg. Using the matching dies to cut it out so I could be ready to color it as soon as you guys joined me. I also chose these awesome bright colors for the card so we can put it together. And I got the pattern paper from this I thought I would share this from this really amazing paper pad that I got over the Black Friday sale. It's called Team Tie-Dye, and look at it. It's so amazing. I just love it so much. So I went ahead and chose a really cool splattery kind of background and matched my colors up before the live so we could color him in those colors that would match this background. So I'm going to set that aside. Hi, Andrew. And this is my standard grip sticky mat that I got from the Dollar Tree. So it just has a plastic cover on it. And then I can stick the little guy that I'm going to color on there. And then I'm going to put the paper back on the other half so I don't stick my hand in it. And then it'll hold him still so he can be already cut out when we do the live. And then we'll peel him off when he's all colored up. Hi, Gayla. So I thought that would make it easier because then he'll already be die cut and he'll already be ready to go when we get ready to put him on the card. So we won't have to wait for that. So I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see up close what I'm doing. And I chose this sentiment, Happy Birthday to You. And it is in the Cake is Life set. So it's right there. And we're coloring this guy. And I'm going to set that stuff aside for now. And sorry about that shake. My cord that I have my phone plugged in is kind of got a little off its rocker there for a minute. So I'm going to use my color blend stand so that you guys can see what colors I'm working with. And I'm going to start with this cake. Just because, hi Michelle, just because I really wanted to do his cake. I really wanted to do his cake in like strawberry icing with like a rainbow-ish cake. So I wanted to try that, and I need my grays too for the fork. So I'm going to start with the fork, and I chose C7, 5, and 3. C7, 5, and 3. So I'm going to start with C7. Hi, Michelle. Another Michelle. And I'm just going to work on this part that would be shadowed by the cake first. I was thinking about what to do tonight, and I realized it was Joy's birthday. I hope she jumps on. And I was like, ooh, I should do a birthday card today. So that's what made me think I wanted to do a birthday card tonight. There we go. And a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit under here too. So I hope you guys are having a good week. Tuesday already. It's moving along really fast. I started getting a bad headache a little while ago, so I was a little worried I was going to have some trouble tonight, but I'm sort of holding it off, so we're hanging in there. I'm extending out from where I put the previous color. Just to keep that shadow color, but also starting to fill in. I only chose 3 colors, so this is kind of my true color, so it gets a little bit more use than the other ones. So that's why I use so much more of the C5. Hi Timothy, this is C3, and I'm just going to finish blending the last color with the white area so that it's a smooth blend. Just like that. I have a little bit of a dark spot right there, so I'm going to fix that up a little bit. There we go. And now the C3 has a whole lot more colorless blender in it, so I had to be careful not to touch too much of the dark area and I didn't want to mess that up. Okay, so let's work on the cake. So I'm going to work on this part first. And I really wanted to make that cake yellow and blue, almost like a rainbow-ish, only not with all the colors. If that makes any sense, I don't know. But I'm going to start with BG49, BG15, and then BG32. So it's going to be kind of a turquoisey cake color. So I'm going to start with the BG49, and I'm going to put some of it over here along the edge, and then I'm just going to start building in like small areas in the cake because I want it to kind of be like just spotted around on the cake. You know what I'm talking about when you get a cake like that? They're just so yummy. Hi Taz. When they sometimes are more than one color. So I thought this way we could play with blending up some colors and just kind of show how you can mix colors together and still make it look like awesomely yummy. So that's my plan. And it will also show how you can blend these blues with these yellows. So I think it's super fun. It'll kind of have some green in it too when it gets done because this is the blue-green. And then the yellow will mix in as well. So I'm just adding a little bit around some of the sides where I put that darker blue. So we're starting to blend it out a little bit. But I'm not doing it on all the sides because I really want to leave some looking pretty dark and some looking pretty light because I'm assuming when you mix a cake you don't always get exactly the same color. Hi Allison. I wouldn't really know the answer to that because I don't really make cakes nor do I cook anything else. So, so I'm kind of winging this, but I thought it would be fun. Who doesn't like some cool cake? BG32 is next. And I'm not going to fill in all this area. Again, I'm just going around where I put the other 2 blue colors because I'm going to put some yellow in this cake too. So I'm kind of playing around a little with mixing the colors, and you can actually do this with other images as well. So that's why I wanted to show it tonight, because I thought it would be really neat. Hi, Rinska. So now I'm going to switch over to the yellows. So I chose for the yellows this one, which is a little bit more on a brownish side yellow. It's the yellow red 23. And then I went back to yellow 15 and yellow 13. So this one's going to be a little dark, and I'm going to put it in more of the white areas so that I can blend together the lighter colors. So putting some of this yellow in here. Just in little bit areas. Gonna make it a cool looking cake for sure. And it kind of looks like a swirly cake, huh? Hi, Melanie. And now we're gonna blend out from that really dark color with this Y15. And it's gonna kind of turn it a little bit green in some areas, but that's okay because I expected that. Okay, so we don't need a whole lot on this one for sure. Hi, Joyce. And then Y13 will be the last one. And I'm going to do it more in a dabbing. I think they call that daubing or something like that. I don't know. But I'm just going to do it in dots because I don't really want to blend too much. I want it to look like cake consistency and mixed together so that we have a swirly cake. And I like the way that came out. I'm pretty happy with those colors. So again, if anybody was wondering how I chose these particular colors, I used the paper that I wanted to do as the background and kind of pick some colors out of that. So there's some green and there's some yellow and there's some blue and purple and pink and everything. So there we go. That's some pretty cool cake. No, I think I'm pretty happy with it. So I think I'm going to leave it just like that. And I can hold that up a little bit closer if you guys would like to see it. It's got a little more yellow in it than it looks like on camera, but it looks like I did blue, yellow, and green. But I didn't. I just used blue and yellow. And now I want to give it like more of a strawberry kind of frosting on it. So I chose RV 19, 17, and 14. This little guy's so crazy. His colors are going to be all out there. This is going to be a really bright little guy. Hey, Mama. Hey, Joyce. So RV 19 is the next one, and that's what I'm going to do mostly with the cake. So I'm going to build in a little bit of the shadow areas around here. I want this to look just a little bit like it's rolled around the edge. And then I want it to look a little bit like there's a lip of icing on this one too. Then I'm going to do it underneath the candle. I haven't decided what color I'm going to do the candle yet. So we'll have to just figure that out as we go along. I'm going to put a little bit of the bottom of this drip. I'm going to put some on this drip and some on this drip. And then along the bottom and on those artist drawn lines. A little bit right here where the fork's going into the icing. And then I'm going to do up underneath this area right here in a real thin layer. And kind of this area right here where his mouth is shadowing the cake. And that's it for RV 19. I might make that candle yellow. I'm not not sure. I can't decide. Then RV17. Sometimes if I pick my colors ahead of time, I end up changing them anyway, or, you know, straying a little bit from that just because I'm not sure. And as it's coming out, I want to change it up a bit. So this is RV17, and I'm just going to be extending out from where that original cake was. I only chose 3 colors tonight. So, so we may have to add one more because we have a lot of space in here not colored. So may have to add another one. I'm just not sure yet. We might add one with a lot of colorless blenders so it really kind of lightens and highlights that area, which you can totally do when you're doing this. So maybe I'll add RV13 as well. So we'll have 4 colors in the color blend. So this one is RV14. And this one's going to be significantly brighter. Much, much brighter. And I'm just extending out from where I put that darkest color. Just starting to build that in there. It got a little bit on the bottom of the candle, but I think it'll be okay. It's not earth-shattering or anything. This between the cake would be pretty dark. Or at least that's what I think anyway. And then I'm going to start coming down on these little drips with this really bright color. There we go. Hi, Robin. I'm not seeing any comments. I'm wondering if anyone's making any comments and all I'm seeing is people are watching. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's just not working or nobody's commenting. I'm not sure. But if I'm missing your comments, I'm sorry. I'm not seeing them. This is RV13. So I'm really just doing a good blend on that area where I want that highlight to be with this RV13. And it gives us some pretty good texture in there. I like that. In a minute, I think I'll grab my iPad and see if I'm missing comments, because I feel really bad if I'm missing all the comments. Especially if people are asking questions. That would be such a bummer. Okay, so doing the little drips of icing. And there we go. Now we have a very strawberry-ish cake. Now, wouldn't that be a yummy cake? That would be such a yummy cake. I'm going to open my iPad here real quick and see. Oh, my iPad's dead. That's not good. So I'm going to open my computer and see if I'm missing something. So give me just 1 second. All right, I'm almost there. Oh, last time I was on my other Facebook. I don't know if you guys knew, but I have a Ledoux Designs page too, so I was definitely seeing that. Okay, so here we go. Let's see. Are we missing comments? Oh my goodness, I'm missing lots of comments. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can get them to come up. Yeah, I'm missing all the comments. Okay, so let me turn the volume off and let me leave my computer on. And I'm so sorry I'm missing all the comments. Oh my goodness, I'm missing the one. Haha, did you hear my, okay, internet is buffering. Oh, look, you guys. Oh, you are kind of quiet, but you're there. Yay! And yummy, yummy, yummy pizza. Okay, I mean, pizza. Clearly, I have pizza on the brain. But, okay, now I can see your comments on the computer, so we'll do that instead. Okay, so I'll probably come back to these pink colors, like for his tongue and stuff, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and leave it like that. I am going to grab my C1 and C00 so I can do his little teeth. So this is my C1, and I want to color his little teeth white, but I'm going to put a little bit of pink, I think. Although it doesn't look like he's eaten the ice cream yet, so you don't, I mean the cake yet. Oh my goodness. So you probably don't want, I probably don't want to put any icing on his teeth unless this is his second piece of cake. So this is my colorless blender, and I'm pushing that color back so it doesn't make his teeth look like they're dirty. Yes, Meg, you can hear Jack. Also, I think I'm going to do his nose in this little black color. So we're going to use C7 again on the tip of his nose. And then C5 to blend out. Oh. Out from where I put that dark color. And then I'm also going to do inside his nose because I don't want that to be too bright. And then I'm going to go to the C3. And I'm just going to blend out the rest of that nose. So it looks really light on the top of his nose since it's sticking up in the air. And we'll do his eye last. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do his eye last. So I chose the blue and yellow for the cake and the pink for the icing. But I want to color him with, did it just say my video ended? No, it didn't. Okay, I don't know what's going on with the internet tonight. It's driving me crazy. But I'm going to use my purples and my pinks together to make him. So I'm going to use V17 and V15. And those of you that know your purples know that these change a lot between the colors. But I'm also going to use this RV13. Just let me slide that over so you can see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with 17, go to 15. Then I'm going to go in this RV13. And then I'm going to come in and do some overlay with the V12. So it's going to kind of mix those base colors, which I'm super excited about. So let's start with V17. Now we could make another darker color if we wanted to, but I didn't really feel like I needed a darker color on there. I think I'm just going to play with these. Okay, so I'm going to start in the areas where I think the darkest color needs to be, like under this big eye right here and his little fold. He looked like a little old guy with his little folds under his eyes, maybe. And then I'm going to go along this ear right here. And a little bit up from here. Hi, Sunny. I can see when people join on my TV, because I always cast to my TV when we're coloring together. And then I can see your comments. And I don't have to try to look at two different devices. But tonight I don't see the comments on there, so I'm having to look at my TV, and my TV tells me who joins, and then my computer to see any comments if you guys are making any comments. So, okay, I'm doing up underneath where his little hand's in the way. I'm actually doing his whole body in one shot, which is kind of uncommon for me, but since we're going to do a lot of blending, I think I'm okay with it tonight. And then I'm going to go along the bottoms of his little toes and where the artist drew these little lines. And then I'm going to go under these fingers that are facing down. And right here underneath his shoulder as well. Then there's going to be a little bit here. And then I'm going to do around where this fork is in his hand. And here. And the underside of his thumb. So I did most of him, but I didn't do, hi Angel, I didn't do any up here, and we're going to need some up here. So I'm going to put a little bit right here. And I might not color him the same every time I color him, just however I'm feeling at the time. Up under his nose. And the inside of his mouth, I'll probably do that a slightly darker purple, just because I like it to be significantly darker inside his mouth than the rest of his body. So we're moving on now to V15. And I'm going to go back to where I had put that original color down first and blend those out. And then I'm just going to try to touch all the areas where I put some of that darker color. But since we have 4 colors, I'm going to use the next one as more of my true color, because it's the pink one that's really going to change it up a bit, which I think is going to be really fun. So I want to use a little bit more of that as the more dominating color. And then I'll probably do the inside of his ear with more of a pink color, kind of like the cake. I'm going to start building in this little lip he's got going on here. Kind of blending out. So now I've got his face done so far. He's super cute. This stamp set is so much fun. We still have some available in the shop. I checked before I went live to make sure that we still have this little guy available. He is so fun to color because you can make him any color you want. I mean, he's like a little monster, so you can make him he's a cake monster. You can make him any color you want, which makes him so much fun to color. I think Jamie's colored him as rainbow, and yeah, it's super fun. This is one you can definitely practice color blending different colors. And I really like that about this one. I'm going to build in a little mark on his hand where his hand's bent. And then I think I'm going to come in here and put a little bit around his mouth as well. And over in this corner. And then I'm going to move down here to where his little hands are. Start building out from where that darkest shade is. You've colored him teal and purple? Yeah, he's pretty fun to color. I hope you can stay awake too, Mom. I hope everything went well today. I didn't hear from you. I didn't want to bother you in case you were sleeping. Okay. So now we're going to jump over to this RV13. And hopefully they blend really well together. If they don't, I might add some RV14. But I think this is the one that I want to use. So this is the RV13. And because these are so stark different, I may have to come back in with the 15 to help blend that out, but we'll just have to see as we go along how it starts working out for us. So they're blending pretty good. I wouldn't say it's an excellent one, but it's only 9 p.m. I think today, yeah, it's only 9 p.m. for you. That's great. Yeah, it started at 9:30 here, so it's getting a little bit later here as well. And remember, I said I wanted this to be more of the true color, so I'm going to go ahead and put quite a bit of this pink in there. And he is just going to be this two-tone little guy. Hi, Sherry. He's going to be two-tone color. So I want his lip to be that pinkish color. For now, I might change my mind. You never know. Bringing this around. He's going to look a little crazy at first, but I promise he'll come together. It looks like very stark difference between the two, but we're going to use colors to bring it back and blend it in, so it will be totally cool when we get done. And that was the reason why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to show how many times you could just use so many different colors. They don't have to just be all in the same color family. So that was the reason. I'll leave his little belly open. That was the reason I wanted to play around with these colors tonight, because I thought they would be super fun. So far, so good, though. Hi, Deborah. So here we go. He looks a little crazy. Those of you who are jumping in a little bit late, please don't worry. I'll get him back to being a smooth guy. If you want to see how that's done, just stay tuned. Okay. So now we have this strange pink and purple guy. And now we're going to switch to V12. So back to the purple tones. This is going to really smooth it out, and it's going to make it not so prominent of a pink color anymore. It's going to be a mix of the pink and purple. And I really like how that came out. That was my plan. I wanted him to look purple but have a pink tone to him. So I'm doing some back and forth motion right here to lay a lot of ink on the paper and then let it blend itself, because it will do that very well for us. A little bit of back and forth because I can lay more ink down when I do it that way. And look at how cool that is. Isn't that neat? I just love it. I love mixing these colors up. And now he looks so much more soft than he did. He looked so harsh when we first put that pink in there. But now he looks like such a soft little guy. Soft and fuzzy. He looks soft and fuzzy. And I think a lot of people don't do this because they're nervous about the colors, but if you practice them and you play with them, you can really get them to blend well. And they look so pretty. I like them so much. So when I finish this, I'll show you some other ones I did with some of these same colors. It wasn't this little guy, but I have been working on my ATCs. For those of you that don't know, we have an ATC swap. There's still a couple of days to sign up for it. And I'm working on mine. The theme is Happy Mail, and I'm working on mine, but I'm using all kinds of interesting colors, mixtures of colors. Yes, refresh. Thank you, Andrew. I don't know why Facebook is acting a little silly tonight. There we go. And that keeps his belly kind of light, which I really like. Look at how well these colors are blending together. I am super happy with them. And this little grip mat is pretty darn cool. The image isn't moving at all. And I just can lay him on there already cut out, no problem at all. Okay, so I want the inside of his mouth to be darker. So I'm going to go one step darker with V09. So V09 is what we're going to do the inside of his mouth. And then we'll shadow with V17 and maybe V15. But for now, we're going to go in there with a little bit darker color because I like the inside of his mouth to be pretty dark. And we're not going to touch his tongue because I want to keep his tongue in a pink color as well. So I'm just kind of building the inside of his mouth out to be dark. We got some shadow in here, so we're going to make sure we don't touch the cake, but we're going to go along the edge because it would be showing some shadow there. Some shadow here from the cake. And then we're going to go up under his tongue and a little bit along his mouth, kind of beside that tooth. So that kind of gets us some really dark purple in there so that his mouth doesn't blend with his face. And now we're going to use V17, but we're not going to use any pink in his mouth except for his tongue. That way his mouth stays separated from the rest of him. And I think I'll like how that comes out. Now again, I'm going to use one more color, which is V15. But this is the third color in the combination, so it's going to get the majority of the color. It's going to get most of the love. And we're just going to come up and put some highlights with that last V15 in there. And smooth it out and all that good stuff. I hope that worked for you, Meg. Okay, V15 is the last one inside his mouth. So I'm going to just go over where some of the white areas are or some of the colors to make sure they blend really well. If I need to, I can always go back with 15 and darken up any spots that get lightened too much by this V15. But so far, kind of liking it. Yeah. So this part in his, this is his throat, so it would definitely be darker than the rest of him. So with V17, I think I might go in a little bit right here above his tongue and right here. And then that'll leave just a little bit of light areas, like right down here and right up here is the light area, which I think makes it look really good. I like it that way a lot. Good, I'm glad. Okay, so we did his teeth in the very, very beginning, and then with his tongue, I think we're going to stick with these colors, but I'm going to go with V14 for his tongue. And I'm going to put just a little bit along the bottom. And then I'm going to come in with, that was actually RV14. Then I'm going to come with RV13. Should be like my middle color. And then I'm going to touch the tip of it with RV10. It's a couple of steps down, but it'll be really light, so it'll leave that little bit of highlight right there in the top of his tongue, ready to eat that cake. And that one has a lot of colorless blender, so it kind of blended out a little bit of my darker part that I wanted. So I'm just going to add that back in. And then with RV10, I'm going to smooth out that line just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now we have to do this part of his ear. And I'm going to use the RV17, which is that dark pink that I used on the cake. I'm going to go all the way around, so I want that to really be deep. And then I'm going to go with RV14. Start blending that out a little bit. And then RV13. And 13 is the one we used with his body, so I'm going to use that one to blend that out on his ear so it doesn't look so obvious right there that there was a separation. And then we're going to just leave this part right here real light. And there we go. I like that. Okay, so next we're going to have to do his eye. So I think with his eye, I'm going to use the blues that I used on the cake. So I'm trying to use all the same colors so that we're not mixing up color, we're not picking up too many more colors. I want to try to stay with these same colors. So I'm going to use the BG 49, 15, and 32. And then you guys know the magic one is G00 for me. And I'll show you what that means here in just a little bit. Before I do that, I want to do the white of his eyes. So I'm going to use C1. And I'm just going to put some of that along the outside of his eye. And then I'm going to come in with the colorless blender, and I'm just going to push that back into itself like that. Just so there'll be, it's hard to see until I get done with the whole thing. It's hard for you to see what I'm doing. I'm going to use my multi-liner. I'm using the 0.05 multi-liner. So I can put him a little pupil in here. Here we go. It looks scared. I may have to go back in with that and darken it up after we color with the other colors, but I want to give it a second to make sure it dries. So I'm going to do the candle while we wait. And I'm going to do that in these same colors as his eyes. So I'm going to start with this BG49. And I'm just putting wherever I want the shadow color to be on that. I see the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, and then BG15. And this is just giving the eye time to dry before I go putting in other colors, because you don't want them to bleed on you. So this will just make it a little bit easier, just to give it a little bit more time to dry. And then BG32. Now we're not going to use the G00 because that's the eye magic. I don't need that for the candle. There we go. I think I actually want to go back in my BG49 and make this drip a little bit darker. So I feel like when it drips like darker. There we go. Got that blended out. I'm going to have to do the flame too, but we're going to do that last because I have to pull a couple other colors for that. So I want to make sure I wait on that. So back to the BG49, I'm going to actually put that around the outside of this eye a little bit here. And then I'm going to go around where I put the pupil. So I have it going around in two places. Now, wait, hold on, because the eye always looks funny when you first start doing it. Okay, and then we have to go back with our BG49, and we have to put some of these little lines in here so that it looks more real, like a real eye. It looks a little funny when you first do it. I try to do it coming from both sides, from the top and from the outside and the inside, just because it gives it a little bit more personality, I guess. And then we're going to do BG32, and we're just going to fill in those white spaces that we left with this one. And then we're going to do the magic one, which is G00. And what we're going to do with that is we're just going to go in this little bit of a horseshoe design here, motion, whatever you want to call it. And it's going to start lightening up that eye so it really starts to stand out. And that's what this G00 does. Oh, look at that. I started getting comments on my phone again. You like that? I think I want to do just a teeny bit on this side, just so that the color matches on both sides, but I don't do a lot on that because it's a very small area. So I'm going to come back in with the BG49 and kind of put those lines back in there one more time. Because they kind of get washed out when you do that, that other motion with the magic one. So you almost have to do that twice to really get the really cool effect. So I'm using this one to just kind of blend out anywhere where it was thicker or anywhere where I wanted to fade it a little bit. And then you have this really cool looking eye. And I'm going to hold it up because I want you guys to really be able to see how cool that eye looks. So you can now see the white area that I put the gray in that really makes that eye stand out. And then we'll go in a minute with the white gel pen and we'll put a dot in his eye. So we have to actually do the flame. And when I do the flames, I like to have orange, yellow, and red. You like it? I really like it. I learned that technique from Jamie. So I'm going to use the red for the inside first on the flame. And this is my RV24. And then I'm going to use some orange, which is my YR04. And that blends the red and the orange very nicely. And then I like to come in with like my Y13 or Y11 or, you know, whichever one you want to use. And I'll come from the other end and blend into the yellow, the red, and the orange that I put in there. And then I get a really nice flame color. And I really, look at that cake. That cake looks so good. And his texture just came out epic. I'm super happy with it. Oh, I just dropped my cap. Slippery little suckers. Okay. So that builds out our little guy. He's all done. I'm going to take my white gel pen from Pear Blossom Press. It's almost out of ink, so I probably should get a new one. But I'm going to go ahead And I'm going to put that little white in his eye right here, like that. So that just makes a big difference on it as well. I'm going to put a little bit of this white gel pen on his teeth just so they stay kind of white at the tips. I'm going to put him a little bit of accent right here on his nose. Not too much. Just a little teeny bit. I think that'll just make him so cute. I'm so glad you guys like it. So then this sticky pad that I have him on, I just peel him off of this sticky pad with my little tweezers, because he sticks pretty good. And then I have this plastic thing that I put right back over it. And then I can use it again whenever I need to. And so now what I'm going to do is zoom out so you guys can see the assemble of the card. I already have all the pieces together, but the reason I chose to do him in these really awesome colors is because I chose this awesome background to go with it. And I decided tonight, which I don't usually do, a white card base, but I decided tonight I wanted to do a white card base. So before I get started, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the back so I don't have any layers on there that are going to cause any problems. And then I'm just going to grab a pen and I'm going to sign it. And then I'm going to flip it over. And I cut this. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I cut this black cardstock at just about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And I'm going to glue that down with my Barely Art glue that I love so much, that I left open earlier and now it's not behaving. I seem to be leaving my glue open all the time these days. I don't know why I can't remember to close my glue. And then I'm going to put it on top of the card. I want to make sure I get it centered. The Barely Art glue gives you just a couple of seconds or so to move it around if need be. But that looks about right to me. I'm going to use my espresso to press it down. Make sure I get a good hold on it. And then this really awesome. I think I'm going to turn it around though with the pink at the top because I think it overpowers if you put it on top of that. So I think it looks better if we do it in this direction. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down, this one is only 1/8 of an inch smaller on all the sides as well. So it's going to leave a teeny tiny little black border. Shut the gate. And we're going to lay it on there. Make sure it's exactly where we want it. Oh, it looks good. Okay. I'm going to flip it over this time. Just kind of rub it on there to make sure that glue gets a really good hold. Hi, Angela. And then we're going to glue this little guy on here with my Barely Art glue. Oop, I got something stuck on here. Scraps from my desk. I did just clean my craft room today, I know. I had those scraps all over the place from something I had to make all my grandson's birthday invitations because it's about to be his birthday party. Hello, hello. Put him on a bobble. Ah, too late. I did make a bobble card though, but I can't show it to you till new release on Saturday. I did make a Sweet Spring wobble card with the new release. I promise I'll show it to you on new release day. Look at how cute he is. Oh my gosh. And then I chose the happy birthday to you Sentiment from the same set. Yep, I did. I got them all done. I did Spider-Man birthday invitations, 20 of them. I had to do his whole class. They have to invite the whole class because, you know, some little kids will get their feelers hurt. If some get it and some don't. And then, of course, we have to put some bling. We cannot do this without bling. So I have my little bling bucket here. And this has all the Sweet Sentiment bling in it. So I just need to find the right colors. Or maybe I'll just put the clear ones. I don't know. Bling. Yay, bling. Look at all my bling. Yes, I love it. We have these in the shop. They're super awesome. I wonder if the purple would look good. I might let you guys pick what you think. That's right. Exactly, Angela. It's a lot of bling. This is only one bucket. I have 3 of these full of bling. It's either bling from Sweet Sentiment or it's bling from Doodlebug, because I really like Doodlebug designs. It is a lot of bling, no joke there. I kind of like this purple or this clear. So I'm going to wait, and as soon as I pull one out that you like, you have to say it. And the first one I see, that's what I'm putting on this card. I have purple glitter, gold glitter, green glitter. This one has some purple glitter on it too. And blue. I thought we did, Michelle, but I can look that up and let you know. Purple glitter. All right, purple glitter came out first. Okay, so we're going to put some purple glitter on there. And this is called cornflower. This is the bling called cornflower. So we'll just stick this on there. And I just peel them off with my little, oh, I dropped him on his face. I just peel it off with my, my little tweezers here. These tweezers are awesome. I got them on Amazon. They were super amazing. So I got 3 up in that corner. How about some yellow? How about some yellow bling? There's lots of yellow in here. There's even mirror ones. Look at these mirror ones. Aren't these cool? Yeah, there's lots of different kinds. Glitter, plain. We even have some tiny ones, big ones. Maybe we can put a couple tiny yellow ones in there with it. So how about down here? I just put 2, and then we can mix up some of them. Maybe I'll put the bigger one like this, and then we can mix in some yellow. You copied me and got some too. They're awesome. So let's see, I wonder if, yeah, I think the light yellow is, no, maybe the dark yellow is better. Let's use the dark yellow, almost like a gold, and we'll put around here as well. So I'm going to put 3 down here, and then I'll put 2 up there. Or let's see, we'll have to count them. 3, 4, 5, yep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yep, we need 3. So we can put a couple over here. 1 over here. 1 over here. Are you going to get off my... and maybe down here. There we go. Now we have some pink and some yellow on there. Isn't that cool? That was super fun. Did you guys like that? Did you like mixing those colors? Isn't that awesome? The bling matches my nails. It does. Not gonna lie, my nails have pink and purple and silver in them. It's my favorite nail polish color. Yep. So the little ones are super cute, and the big ones came out really good too. But so I was going to show you guys before you go away. Don't go away yet. I want to show you something. So I have been playing with mixing these colors. So the other day we did, remember we did the ATC. You like that card? We did the ATC's backgrounds last night, or the last week. And so I've been mixing. So here's like the yellow and blue together and the pink and purple to match this background. And this is the one we did on the live. And then I made these ones. These ones have green wings with pink. So this one's mixing green and blue. Yes, we sell the little ones in the shop, Angela. Yes, we do. And then this is the pink and purple mixed together. There's 2 like that, and there's 2 like that, and 2 like this. So I'm making 2 of each one. So I have a couple of more I haven't done yet. So I have these backgrounds that we made the other day that I have to choose my colors on. And then I have 2 like this that I already colored. See, look at this. Yes, these are my ATC cards for the challenge. So I've colored this one, and I think this color is awesome. It matched so well. So it was like pinks and reds and then green, but if you look really close, you can see the pink mixed in with the green on the edge so that it matches this really well. And I haven't picked the green colors yet, but I wanted to show you guys how much I've been mixing and blending colors together to get these cool effects. And that's why I decided to do this card tonight, so I could show you guys how cool the colors are coming out together. So that was my thought for tonight. But yes, I still have a few more. So you have to do 9, 2, 4, 6. I'll do these 2, which will be 8, and then I'll end up doing 10, and I'll just have 10 in the swap because I have that many papers. You hope you can get your ATCs done? Oh, I'm sure you can. You have till end of month, and if you need help, let me know. Just finishing up, we used the Cake of Life tonight, and we used a Honeybee Team tie-dye paper pad to make this card right here. I love the paper. I love the paper. So Cheryl, if you missed the beginning when I showed these papers, this paper is amazing. Look at that. I mean, they're just so awesome. So it's, I mean, after for 2 weeks. Okay, well, if you need help, let me know. Team Tie-Dye is the name of it. And I ordered these right after Thanksgiving when they had their sale. And this one wasn't on sale, but I couldn't resist it. It was the only one I paid regular price for, but I'm so glad I did because I seriously love it. Look at how awesome that looks. Yeah, I really like that. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, I'll be here tomorrow and Thursday at 9:30 Central Time, and we'll do something else. I don't know what, but we'll do something fun. I aim for fun. We'll do something else fun. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys hopefully here again tomorrow night at 9:30. Thanks for staying. Talk to you guys later. Good night.